Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. Hey, what's going on, family? How's everybody doing? What's going on, Denise? What's going on, Roll Tide? And everybody else that is going to be joining the broadcast, I welcome y'all. I'm not going to take too much of y'all time here today. And before I get started, I want to ask you all to share. Okay, that is the only cost of admission. That's it. It's just a simple share. It doesn't, harm anybody, take anything away from anybody. It doesn't cost anything to share this message. I think everybody and their mama need to know what's going on so that they can prepare themselves accordingly. And like I said, it helps beat the algorithm. It helps us that are fighting against this robot. Lets the algorithm know to go ahead and push it up to the feed and go ahead and push it up in somebody's timeline. Okay, so while I'm asking y'all to share, I'm gonna go ahead and get started over here, and I'll go ahead and say what it is that I came by here to say, share what I came by here to share, and then I'll hop off your timeline. Okay, I'm not gonna be here too long whatsoever. All right. And I hope that you guys are all well. What's going on, Instagram family? It is your girl, Dr. Tawana Worlds. You see the title, so I don't got to come by here and tell you exactly why I'm here. But I welcome you if you are a first timer, whether you're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I welcome you if you are a first timer. I ask that you would kindly come back and visit. And if you are returning, I welcome you back. Okay, with that being said, I'm going to ask my cousins over here to go ahead and share this with somebody, share it to your story, share it to whoever, wherever it can be shared on whatever platform you are joining me on. If you are on YouTube, go ahead, smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you have not, especially if you didn't came around here 2 or 3 times. Okay, we family, we locked in. Might as well go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the notification bell. If you're on Facebook, make sure you hit that follow and turn on that notification bell. That way, anytime I come by here, whether it's to bring breaking news, or it's to have a teachable moment, or it's to share opportunity, you will be notified. Okay. With that being said, I titled this, We Are at War, We Need to Prepare. Yesterday, I mentioned a little bit about some of the things that were going on. But I want to first start off today on a spiritual note first. And then I'll show you according to physical what's happening. And then we'll go ahead and lead from there, okay? So for the last 2 nights, I'm a woman that has always had dreams. And I'm not a woman that's led by my dreams, but I am a woman that pays attention to my dreams. I know that when I'm dreaming or I'm having a night vision, is what the Bible calls it. 9 times out of 10 is because I'm too busy in real life. Okay. Or too much is going on around me where I cannot hear what I need to hear as I'm up moving about my day. So I will have dreams. And I've shared a lot of those dreams that I was led to share with you all on several occasions. Okay. Um, Dating back to Trump winning the presidency, I had a dream that Trump announced him, and in a dream it was a man starting with the name R, but I didn't know who this man was. And they had came amongst, the minorities. They were in a basketball gym, and they had announced that they had won. Him and this man named R, only to find out when he ran for, you know, this run right here, Robert Kennedy joined forces with him. And even though he's not the vice president, he is a part of his cabinet. He's a part of his team. So many dreams that I have had. Um, but that's just been a way for God to get my attention. Whether it's a warning dream, whether it's a dream where you need to stop what you're doing and you need to pray against this right now. Whether it's a dream so you know your environment, who's amongst you, whatever. Whether it was a warning, a word of edification, uh, something that's demonic that shouldn't be allowed. I have always been given dreams like that since I was a child. With that being said, I don't dream every day, but when I do have dreams and when I have a particular type of dream, I pay attention to it in real life. And for the last 2 days, I've been being awakened at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Um, I put on the word, whether it is a prayer, whether it is worship, because I know that He's trying to speak to me. Unfortunately, I just was too tired and didn't stay up, probably as long as I should have. So I had a dream, and I had a dream that was 3 hours long. So, like one dream, the same dream every hour. So it was one dream that I dreamt 3 times in 1 hour increments, if that makes sense. I'm trying to explain it to you guys in detail. When I woke up, I posted about it. I needed to put it out there so people can see. But now I'm going to give you um, the details of it. There was somebody on this man's team that was compromised, whether they was compromised knowingly or unknowingly. They gave somebody else some information that gave detail about where Donald Trump was going to be, where he was going to show up. And I happened to be there looking above the situation. I was not a part of the dream. I was there to witness the dream, even though there were some real movements in the dream that felt like I was partaking in the dream, such as moving and running, trying to, get the president's attention and some other people. It was specifically a woman, a younger woman with brownish golden hair. I don't know if she was Middle Eastern or if she was Caucasian, because if she was Middle Eastern, she was a light skinned Middle Eastern woman or mixed woman. Um, but it started off, we were like in this plaza type situation. And I seen a Caucasian man. Now, let me go back real quick. Maybe about a week to 2 weeks ago, I know it was before I left Texas. I was not asleep. I was in worship, and I clearly heard um, that there was going to be like I think it's called maybe a false flag. I'm not too political. I don't know all of the jargon, the political jargon, but it was going to be something like an American MAGA supporter. Um, this is how they was going to dress it up. Now, this was not who the person really was. He was like a decoy. But they was going to try to set it up like a MAGA, like a radical MAGA supporter was going to try to uh, do like terrorism, on American soil. So while I was praying, I prayed against the spirit of terrorism, but I specifically saw a younger Caucasian man planting devices, like in airports and different things of that sort. So I prayed against that. But this was similar to that, but in a dream. That God wanted me to dream 3 times in a row, so I know that you got it. Pull up to this shopping plaza or whatever the case may be. I had no idea Donald Trump was even in the vicinity. I see American dude. He was an American guy. So I'll say that first and foremost. A lot of the terrorism and the little flames of civil war that is breaking out are Caucasian American born, American bred people. It is not foreigners. Okay. There is like homegrown terrorists that are Americans, is what I'm saying. So I see him walking, and the environment was kind of like California, the beachy type of, setup, where he had on like this button up shirt, one of those Hawaiian looking shirts that you button up. He had on one of those, but as soon as I laid eyes on him, I knew he was up to no good. He had a big backpack, and the backpack was like over his shoulders, like this. And I'm like, what is, my eyes focused more on the backpack. And when I seen the backpack and how it was shaped, I knew that it was I don't even remember what I called it. Hold on, let me see. It's not I think it's a bow and arrow. Maybe it's a bow and arrow. Hold on. Because as soon as I woke up, I posted it. So let me see what I think it was called, a bow and arrow. Crossbow. Crossbow. It had that wide, like stretched out like that, and you pull that thing back like that. He was hell bent on assassinating Donald Trump with this crossbow and this woman. And as I'm watching him, the scene shifts, and I'm now able to see Donald Trump getting out of his presidential, armored car and going into this very small building. Like he was going to go do like a conference, a press conference, I don't know. But him and this woman was entering into this building, and this man was hell bent on getting really, really, really close. He didn't want to do it from far behind, even though he had range and width to do so. He wanted to do it up close, like, take him out for sure without no weaponry, like the regular kind of weaponry that we use. And I'm watching my words here on these platforms, okay? So you got to use your mind to put it together when I say other weaponry, like pew-pews and stuff. He didn't want it to be messy. He wanted to be straight to the heart, make sure it's up and close, and personal, so I can let everybody know the job has been handled. And I see him entering into this building. And one thing that stood out to me is like the people that is around him is they're not protecting him to their best ability. One of his Secret Service agents actually got stabbed in the neck. It's just like they were reckless in his detail. And I'm watching this man who's hell bent on trying to get over there real quick, like anybody could get in the room. And that's how he ended up stabbing, you know, stabbing the Secret Service in the neck. And right at that moment when he stabbed the Secret Service in the neck, Trump was right in front of him entering into the room, and then the Secret Service was behind him. He got stabbed in the neck. Missed Trump, but instantly from that point, I start seeing in the inside of the room like all of the military sitting at this round table. And then the girl who was walking in with Donald Trump was like, like frantic like this. And I'm just watching. And they were trying to ask her, like, how did they get here? How did they invade us? How did they know Donald Trump was going to be here? And she was pacing back and forth like frantic, like she was scared to say why or how they knew. But there was another person who kind of like walked her to the side and was talking to her and said, you need to tell us because, the country is at risk. We are at war. You need to tell us. This person was, trying to coax it out of her. What happened? And she said, I told somebody. And that's how they know that we was here. He was just one of many that was to come. Instantly when they found out that she was the one who compromised this whole country, it was like the people were scrambling. And then that's when the Spirit of God said, you need to leave, and you need to leave now, and you need to get to your family. And the dream ended. I dreamt this dream 3 hours straight, from start to finish, to start again to finish, to start again to finish. And I forgot one small detail. I was able to tell Donald Trump that there was a man trying to come and kill him and do not go outside. This was the most thing that stuck out to me. I don't know how I missed it. I said, don't go outside. Your life is in danger. Somebody wants to kill you. You cannot go outside. And Mr. Trump walked outside without a care in the world. Like he didn't care. He wanted the cameras out there. And so when he walked, out to the doorway like that, and then he turns around because now he sees the man that he was being warned that was trying to kill him. Somebody get to the doorway and then they like do a 360 like, oh. So the Secret Service, which was lacking, trying to push him back in, gets stabbed in the neck. And all I could remember in the dream was this man is so hard-headed. Now, I don't know how the Spirit is in real life. None of us does unless we've spent time with him. And then again, only probably his children and his wife, his inner family knows, his characteristics. But I do know that he is, stubborn and strong and bullheaded. But whatever that was clearly a warning. And that's what God said. This is a warning dream. Whether you pray for this country, you pray for the president, whether you like him or not. Some people feel other ways. I'm not praying for him, but we are commanded to pray for all kings and leaders. Pray for everybody in position of power. We commanded to do that. So if you pray for this country, you pray for your family that live here in this country, you pray for your neighbors and your workplaces that is in this country, then we really need to be in prayer. After I had this dream, of course, I had to go. When I say that dream shook me, it shook me. And whenever it shakes me or I feel shaken, I know for sure I'm giving you a warning dream of what is to come. That's why I put there will be a fourth attempt. Whether it will be successful or not, I don't know. But whatever happens, it's going to cause some type of disruption and some type of chaos for sure. That's what I do know. And sometimes pride will get you in positions that pain gonna have to teach you. So I'm praying for Mr. Trump to be humble. But the civil war started right here from within in our own country, from people, citizens, American citizens. We were not migrants, any of that at all. Now, after I had that dream, I went and of course, because the dream shook me, I had to ask God, I need you to break this thing down to me. It's very self explanatory, but I need you to break this down to me. And he sent me to Jeremiah 11. And that's why I show up and I sound like I'm sorrowful. I really am sorrowful. Okay. I came to the table today with my tissue. It's really not a game. It's really not. This ain't to push or peddle fear. Fear is false evidence appearing real. The fearful and the cowardly gonna be the first ones. The first ones to be judged and the first ones to be sentenced. So it ain't no need to walking in fear, okay? You gotta stand up. This is called an army for a reason. It's called a battle for a reason. The whole book of God is about fighting. Fight the good fight of faith, okay? You wrestle not against flesh and blood. It's all about fighting. Put on the whole armor. You only need armor in a fight. So this is not to push fear. But where we going, where we headed, we need to be prepared. Period, point blank. Because whatever is getting ready to pop off, getting ready to pop off. And I want to read that word to y'all. And then I'm going to show you some other stuff, okay, in the physical part. But I'm going to start with the spiritual part because this is not a game. And God gave us a lot of time to get ready. I do want to admonish the men. Today there was a real tugging on my heart for the men of God to stand up and rise up. You got families and stuff. You're going to give an account. Not about how much money you went to work and made and how well you provided for the family financially. But being able to hear from him, being able to lead and guide your family into safety. God is looking for his Adams. You got women out here trying to do it by themselves, even if you are a married man. There are nieces and nephews using wisdom. There are sisters out here that need help. And God has been trying to get to us resources and everything else so that we can stand up together, unified as a body, and be there for each other because we're going to need it. We really don't need it, okay? I'll see you do it again. You made a way when there was no way. All right, so I've said this before to several of you guys. I don't mind saying it. I'm like one of those children of God that's kind of like Moses. Moses went to God begging him for stuff. Hey, don't destroy the people. I know they're wicked, but don't destroy them, please, God, please. And God was like, I won't destroy it if I can find 50 righteous people. He's like, okay, but what if there's not 50 righteous? Would you spare this whole entire nation for 30 righteous people? And God's like, yeah, if I can find 30 righteous. And he go back and he know there ain't no 30 righteous. So he was like, what about if there's 20 righteous people? And God's like, yeah, I'll spare it if there's 20 righteous people. He knew it wasn't no 20 righteous people. He was like, I'm sorry to keep bugging you and asking you, but what about if there's 10 people? And God's like, yeah, I would for 10 people. And he's like, I know I'm wrong for keep asking you, and, but what about three? And he's like, yeah, if I can find three. But I know there ain't three. So he's like, what about one? And that one was Lot. That was the only one. Lot, his wife wasn't even fit because she was too busy looking back. Real talk. So I'm like one of those type of children, probably a pest to him. I want to know everything. I want to know why, when, who, how. So when I woke up from the dream, I'm like, what are you saying? Even though I know what you're saying. Make it plain for me, Lord. You got to get deep with me. Put it on a tablet of stone. Make it plain. And this is where he took me to. Jeremiah 11 says, Judah has broken the Lord's agreement. If you don't know who Judah is, we really need to go read about who Judah is. Christ is the Lion of the tribe of Judah. If you don't know who Judah is, then you don't really know your identity, especially if you look anything like me. Judah has broken the Lord's agreement. The Lord God told me to say to the people of Judah and Jerusalem, I, the Lord, am warning you that I will put a curse on anyone who doesn't keep the agreement that I made with Israel. So pay attention to what it says. This is not talking about that country of Israel, okay? Not that. That was just became a thing like in the 1600s or 1960s. Not that nation that is named Israel. This is a nation of people, a tribe. So it says, I will put a curse on anyone who does not keep the agreement that I made with Israel. So pay attention to what it says. My commands haven't changed since I brought your ancestors out of Egypt, a nation that seemed like a blazing furnace where iron ore is melted. I told your ancestors that if they obeyed my commands, I would be their God and they would be my people. Then I did what I promised, and I gave them this wonderful land where you now live. Yes, Lord, I replied, that's true. This is Jeremiah. Then the Lord told me to say to everyone on the streets of Jerusalem and in the towns of Judah, pay attention to the commands in my agreement with you. Ever since I brought your ancestors out of Egypt, I have been telling your people to obey me. But you and your ancestors have always been stubborn. You have refused to listen, and instead you have done whatever your sinful hearts have desired. You have not kept the agreement we made, so I will make you suffer every curse that goes with it. The Lord said to me, Jeremiah, the people of Judah and Jerusalem are plotting against me. They have sinned in the same way their ancestors did, by turning from me and worshiping all other gods. The northern kingdom of Israel broke the agreement I made with your ancestors, and now the southern kingdom of Judah has done the same thing. Here's what I've decided to do. I will bring suffering on the people of Judah and Jerusalem, and no one will escape. They will beg me to help, but I will not listen to their prayers. Then they will offer sacrifices to their gods and ask them for help. After all, the people of Judah have more gods than towns, and more shameful altars for Baal than their streets in Jerusalem. But these gods will not be able to rescue these people from disaster. Jeremiah, don't pray for them and do not beg me to rescue them. If you do, I will not listen. And I certainly won't listen if they pray. Then the Lord told me to say to the people of Judah, you are my chosen people, but you have no right to be here in my temple doing such evil things. The sacrifices you offer me will not protect you from the disaster that is coming. So stop celebrating. Once you were like an olive tree that was covered with fruit, but soon I will send a noisy mob to break off your branches and set you on fire. I am the Lord all-powerful. You people of Judah were like a tree that I had planted, but you have made me angry by offering sacrifices to Baal, just as the northern kingdom did. And now I'm going to pull you up by your roots. And that made me sad. It really, really made me sad. I know there's a lot of people I can't help, even though my heart is big enough to believe so. I know my people they are hard-headed. I know they want to do everything else but what God has told them to do. I clearly see that. I clearly see that. So I understand, even though it's painful to be called to a people and watch a people perish that you've been called to help. It's painful. It's painful to watch these people be in bondage willingly. Whether it's in their mind and they don't want to learn anything different. They're comfortable with what they've been taught. They're comfortable with what they grew up knowing, even though nothing has changed. That's very, very painful. And then knowing what is to come. Knowing what is to come and what is happening to, everybody, no cap. But specifically to a particular group of people, it's just, I can't describe it. I want to share with y'all physically. Today I was given the command. Stop begging me to give you time. Stop begging me and praying on their behalf, because I'm not listening to you. And I'm not listening to them. I'm not listening to you on their behalf. And I'm not listening to them. I gave them an agreement that if they would worship me, if they would trust me, if they would obey me, then these things that are happening in Egypt will not happen to them. But they don't want that. They want everything else. These people is out here marching and chanting in the streets. They want politics. They want sage. They want all this weird stuff, witchcraft. They want all of this other stuff. They do not want the Most High God. They don't even want to listen to him. They don't even want to listen to him. And Passover is next month. Real talk. If you have never heard some of the things that God has revealed, I'll just say this, okay? Woo! 2 years ago before Passover, because the Lord is going to always prepare me. He knows I hate anything that is dead. I hate anything that does not have life. I don't like it. I don't like to see dead animals, dead bugs squish. It does something to me. I don't like to see like people bleeding and stuff like that. That's why I couldn't further in my medical career. I cannot tolerate that type of stuff. And so he prepares me like you better get prepared, whether you like it or not. I'm telling you now, you praying and you asking for this and that, and you better get prepared because this was going down. So 2 years ago, he had me call all my family, not just my family, all the brothers and the sisters. And not just 2 years ago, the year before that, and the year before that, but this year in particular, he said, the day when Passover is over, the spirit of death will be released on the young people. 300,000 young people in 2024 is dead. That's just from drug overdoses, fentanyl poisoning. That ain't even shootings. Some of the other, what they call natural acts, 300,000. And my son was the first one. He said, nobody is exempt. You tell them to gather in this place that I have chosen for me to mark, meaning to exempt you from judgment. And those who are not there will suffer. If you've been following me from last year, you seen me bury people after people. My son, my niece, two of my nephews in the same day, another nephew found in his house, deceased. It was going down. And he said, nobody is exempt. Not no minister, not no bishop, not no president. Nobody was exempt. Nobody. If we didn't take that time to prepare ourselves, then woe unto us. Before Passover is even approaching us here, it's going to be that type of same situation. You know anything about Passover? The people of God was told what to do during Passover, how to protect themselves, how to apply the blood, meaning that if I'm not in you and you in me, and when I strike and I don't see me on your doorpost, you are deceased as a doorknob, okay? You are deceased as a doorknob. But wherever I see the blood, wherever I see me, not even a dog will bark at you, is what he said. Not even a dog, okay? We about to see some stuff on an unprecedented level. And this will not be an outside job. It will be an inside job. It's already happening. I want to mention that bill that was just passed. Um, excuse me. That bill that was just passed has a lot of program cuts in it that's going to affect a lot of people that you and I know. Social Security, they are going to cut. You know how you call the Social Security, your grandparents or whatever ain't got they monies for the month, or maybe they need to talk about their plan A or plan B Medicare. You ain't gonna have no representatives at all. And yeah, I want to just name a few. This is what got people stirred up right now, and then I'm gonna let you know what's proceeding there after that. Okay. So the phone service for Social Security, that's going to be cut. A lot of Social Security benefits will be cut. Um, Massive Medicaid cuts. They didn't spend so much money on migrants that there is not enough Medicaid for like underprivileged, impoverished families whose children still benefit off of Medicaid and Medi-Cal. So it means massive cuts to that. What are you going to do with people who cannot afford health care at all? And then if you don't have health care at all, you get penalized from the Obama plan or whatever he put into office. You don't have Medi-Cal when you go file your taxes. That's a penalty. So now you got these massive Medicaid and Medi-Cal cuts, meaning millions will lose their access to health care, especially those in the Black and brown communities. Our health disparities is like on another level. High blood pressure, diabetes, you know, low blood pressure, high cholesterol, all kinds of stuff. Education funding, they're dismantling that. But that don't just mean, hey, we get our student loans forgiven. That means that our children who depend on that system or go to that schools to receive an education from that system will be greatly affected. Okay. Um, this puts low income students at risk as well as threatening the jobs of thousands of educators. So it's not just the students, it's the teachers. Like we are seeing some unbelievable things. I know some things gotta happen, and like I said, I don't really know politics. I don't care to know politics. My kingdom is not of this world. Okay, I live here. I know enough so that I can live here and abide by the law. But all of this stuff happening simultaneously is not good. I can see you eliminating a program here, a program there, letting it balance itself out. Man, you are sending the unemployment office into smoker status. Like it is frying. It can't handle another unemployment claim. And the reason why they are doing this, because I have showed y'all that they are doing this, is so that they can usher in this universal basic income. Just go to Google. They are saying now it is very needed that every American get universal basic income. Let's get rid of taxes. Let's get rid of education. Let's get rid of Social Security. Let's get rid of these free reduced programs. Let's get rid of Section 8. Let's get rid of CalWorks and food stamps. Everybody get universal basic income. I dare you to go look it up and fact check me. That is not a good thing. Not a good thing. Housing assistance, that has been gutted. They didn't already found fraud and abuse. And I'm not saying fraud and abuse is good, but the rate and the way that y'all are demolishing these programs that affect a lot of people that look like me is catastrophic. I understand why I had a dream. I understand why there will be an uproar. My people don't have no other, and it's not nobody's fault but our own. Okay, I'm not saying that somebody needs to give us something. We've been waiting for umpteen years for somebody to give us something. They're not giving us nothing. That's our fault that we have waited this long ignorantly, thinking that they care enough to give us something, and being comfortable They have paid us to be comfortable. They have paid us minimum wage to be comfortable. You said no $1 billion gifts. You and your family, what happened to coming together and hey, we're gonna establish this in your name, and this is gonna be in my name, and that's gonna be in my name, and we're gonna have some real estate. We'll all live on a half acre of land. You can build 9 homes there, 9 2,400 square foot homes on a half acre of land. 1 acre of land, that's 18 2,400 square foot homes. So now we all got somewhere to stay. We eliminate rent, period, off the bat. We eliminate being indebted to that system right there just by doing that. And then we teach our children how to do the same thing, okay? Now we got land to grow our own groceries, to grow our own produce, to grow what we're going to eat, okay? We got enough room to put a little education center in the middle of us so we teach our own children. There's somebody in the family that loves to work with kids, okay? Let's have health insurance. Let's have life insurance. Let's have our money growing for us in a private reserve account. Let's eliminate interest and keep our bloodline out of debt and out of this wicked system. This system that millions of my cousins is tied into is going to be the very demise of my cousins. Absolutely heartbreaking. Absolutely heartbreaking. But I have been commanded by God to leave y'all alone, especially when it comes to trying to get you to understand why you need to be prepared. Um, uh, Give me 1 second. I gotta answer this real quick. I'm gonna have to get off of here in just a moment. So we have the housing, okay? That's a big thing. A lot of our cousins are on low income programs, government assistance programs, different things of that sort. You got veterans, you got seniors, and you got low income, families that receives from these programs. They are cut. Not only that, food programs. There's already a whole bunch of struggling families. There's already a lot of elderly people rely on the food banks and these food programs. They're going to be gone, okay? Because I was commanded to I've been commanded by God. If I have come by here, as much as I have come by here, I have come by here to help you, to just prepare, to do the same thing, to love you like I love myself, because that's what I'm commanded to do. I think that it is robbery for a person to know the path or know the way, and then they just go get themselves. I think what the rich people did was evil. Y'all took all these people money, okay? Not only did you take all their money, you took all their money and then you went and built you something for you and yours. And you just left the people out here to fend for themselves. You got nuclear resistant fallout shelters and underground bunkers and all of that. And you didn't go get them to fill up every American in case of an emergency. This wasn't America first. It was you, Mark Zuckerberg, first. This was you, what's the guy, Sam Altman. This was y'all. Bill Gates, this was y'all first, not us. Craziest part about it is it's our money that funded that. It's our money that funds everything. There would be no government without the American taxpayers. Straight up. The latest, and I'll say this, and then I'll let y'all know what I got for y'all because I have to go. They raining for me. Um, because of all of this uncertainty and all of this fear and all of this fear mongering, especially from the media, telling these people, you know, like what programs and stuff gonna be cut, and now they feeling hopeless. Now they feeling like, what we gonna do? We have no other choice but to resort to violence. That's what they doing. They didn't put people's information that owns Tesla on a document on a website where you can actually go to people's house, burn up their cars. One man taking his disabled son to the doctor was attacked because he owns a Tesla. You got these people telling American citizens to go and burn up buildings. Okay? If you think differently, you're an enemy. Now you have Americans calling for other Americans to be locked up. We already in a civil war. Just look on the news if you watch the news, and if you don't, go look on Google. People are being attacked left and right because of their beliefs. If you voted for that party, now you an enemy. If they know you was voting for that party, now you an enemy. Okay? So we are already at civil war on our own soil. Your car is not safe. Your house is not safe. Just look all over the news. And this is not to make you afraid. Somebody run up on me, God bless them, because somebody funeral home gonna dress them. I'm licensed to lay somebody baby down. You come up on me, I'm not even worried about it. I'm really not. But this is even more so to bring awareness to what's happening. We're not waiting on a civil war. We at a freaking civil war. Civil means right here, domestic, on your soil. You got people that hate this man because he's deporting people, and people that hate this man because now he's undoing things. If y'all can say a prayer for that man, because he is the leader of this free world, this free country, excuse me. And we live here. And so do our loved ones and our families. We would say a prayer for him. I know God did not have me dream a dream for 3 hours straight about this man having another attempt on his life. And you all will be the witness, because somebody gonna attempt it. Who that somebody is, I don't know. I saw what they looked like. Could have been used as a prop. I don't know. Could have been used as a prop to give me a message that it was an American person. Wasn't no foreigner. You know how they say, well, the Houthis, he done bombed them, and Iran want to have something done. Ain't gonna be none now. And it was the American people starting the Civil War. It was them, the American people. They was not in no decoy or hidden. It wasn't even hidden. And they wasn't going the normal route with using pew-pews and stuff. No, they had other type of armory weapons, crossbows and different things of that sort. So I want to let y'all know that I love y'all. I have done every single thing that I can to help you in any capacity. Okay. I think I said it maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he just brought it back full circle. I need you building. And this takes away time to go out there and reel the reel and push it in the water and say, hey, come on, let's. It's too many folks that's been following me for a very long time. Whether you on a replay, I have people tell me all the time, okay, I've been watching you for a year. I've been watching you for 6 months. I've been watching you, and it's like, oh, okay. You've had a year to prepare. Just imagine where you could have been instead of watching me for a year, how far you could have been in 12 months' time, in 6 months' time. Okay. Yesterday, after I made the announcement on the trade line plug, there were some people who messaged me. Well, I'm waiting on payday and I'm waiting on all of this. I got to be 100% transparent with y'all. Like, your problem does not warrant an emergency in my life. And when it is time to move forward, that is like a big reason to keep a person stuck from building and moving. And trust me, I understand. I really do. But this ain't even personal. This is spiritual. This is kingdom. We're supposed to be ready in season and out of season, meaning every season we're supposed to be ready. For sure. Okay? We either make a way for what we want when we want it, or we won't make a way for what we don't value or what we don't deem serious enough or an emergency enough to do something different. That's just what it is. And I did hear, y'all, I don't ever want to shut somebody out or lock somebody, out of an opportunity. That's why I always try to work with people. But when God said no, it's time to roll. And if you don't, I will smite you. I will punish you. Then that's just the end of that. And when God says don't bother me about, that's sad. I'm really sad about that. Just because God is sovereign. If he say don't bother me about it no more, then don't bother me about it no more. And who am I to bother him again about what he blatantly said? Don't bother me about that no more. So I will not be asking for more time and give me other opportunities to help your people. I'm not going to do that. Here's what I have in a nutshell. You want to take advantage of anything, then you are at free will to do so. I'll try to say it fast. If I get some time in between time with this internet and all of that stuff later on, if I can, because I really have to go, then I will. Okay. Um, I'll come by and try to at least break everything down just one more time so you understand, because I know that people have questions. And some people be like, well, I got this. Is that the same thing? Or, well, I really want to get in on this. Can you? I just can't anymore. Okay. If you got whatever you need, praise God. Praise God. I commend you. I celebrate you. But if you know that God has called you to do more and have more, and he's made it readily available really for a little bit of nothing, because we could be paying millions of dollars to learn this locked up secrets that the wealthy have used for generations to make their families wealthy, while our families is poor as hell. On government assistance and programs, I cannot think about all of the elderly people that will be affected. Are we in position to help them? Like, we just got this tunnel focused vision. It's just, I just need to, I'm doing me. We got to stop doing us and do them, because that's what we're really here for. The children that can't fend for themselves, the elderly that can't fend for themselves. Have my food, have my shelter before I ever let you, in either category, a child or an elderly person, suffer. There ain't no way in the world. And there's a lot of people, I'm doing this for my ancestors. Well, the ancestors made sure you was taken care of. In some aspect, you had a freedom, you had a right. You can ride the bus. And they died for it. What are you doing for the next generations to have something in store for them? Everything that I'm doing moving forward is generational. I don't have a lot of time to waste or to exchange trying to make no money. I don't. You don't either. And I believe what's coming is coming soon. I already know it's starting. I know that it's going to get worse. We had so much time. I can't even be mad at God or be like, wow, that's sad. I can't even say that. I'm wrong to say that because God has given us a lot of time. A lot of time to get ourselves together. We should be prepared. We should be prepared. We're trying to boycott Target and don't own one building. That is the stupidest, dumbest stuff I have ever heard of. You still went and shop and you still went and spent money with somebody else and you don't own anything. Yet you trying to make a statement talking about you boycotting Target. That was the dumbest thing you could have did. Where is the leadership, especially in the Black community? Where is it? Why you just say, look, we all million of us or however many of y'all flexed? Every dollar that you was going to spend here today, if you got a dollar figure that you spend every week or whatever the case may be, why not put it together in a fund, a trust fund? Nobody owns it. We name it Black Wall Street, whatever the hell you want to name it. You name it that. And we all able to benefit. Hey, if you need something to start a business, you got a little in here. You need something to start a business, you got a little in here. And you got to put it back when the business is good. This is how we keep. Why we didn't go start our own? I mean, it was stupid. It was stupid. Thinking we making a statement, we ain't making nothing. We sound like a chihuahua when we should be sounding like a lion. We should be roaring, not barking. We're past that. We don't have time for that. We don't have time for that. Yeah, so many countries want to attack us right now. Russia had a meeting with Trump today, and right after he got done with that meeting, went and launched an attack on Ukraine with a hypersonic missile. It's a flex of power and pride and greed. That's why these nations fall. This is not something new. There is nothing new under the sun. Look at Babylon. Look at Sodom. Look at Egypt. Look at all these places that used to be mighty powerful kingdoms. There is a time to be up, and then there's a time when you're going to be smoked down. And look what's happening to these countries. And some people would just take the laxical, well, you know what? The world's coming to an end anyway. I don't got to do nothing. What a fool. Every day that you got breath, it's not you got breath because you beautiful, or you got breath because you bomb, or you got breath because you're somebody special. You got breath because you got a purpose and a mission to accomplish. And God is pleading with us every day so that he don't have to wait another 35, 70 years for another generation or somebody in the generation to be obedient enough to listen to him, to trust him, to build something. Okay. So with that being said, I did hear y'all yesterday. If we don't want to have the funding and we just want to have the trade lines, I told you guys, I've shown you guys, if you can get $10,000 in 16 days, why wouldn't you invest in something like that? If a person come by and show you, say, look, this is a way to get $10,000 in a month, but then they turn around, they show you that they didn't got $10,000 in 16 days. They still got 15 days left of this month. Why wouldn't you invest in that? We can't say we ain't got money. I mean, it's income tax time. Even without income tax time, we got money for hair. We got money for Easter. We got money for graduation. We got money for things that don't matter. Can graduation feed you, boo? Can graduation provide any type of shelter for you and your family? Can graduation or Easter or any of these man-made dumb holidays, can it help you? Thank you for being God's mouthpiece, Dr. Tawana. You're right. We need to get right. Amen, sis. I love what God loves, but He's tired of us. I'm very sorrowful behind it. I understand. He give you the power to get wealth, and we go spend it with the very system that's trying to kill us. You asking for more money for what? To put it in a system? That don't make sense. That system is harming y'all. That system was never meant for you. That system has had millions in its grips that have struggled, died struggling, was born struggling. And you think that's what I put you here for? That's not what I put you here for. You think that all God put you here for was to be born, pay bills, and die? Where that's at in the scripture? He called you to be chain breakers, pioneers, innovators, dreamers. He called you to be to rulers, kings, royalty. Man, what? When we see this big old gigantic sword just right here drawn for us, we still not doing that. Dang, Dr. T, you ashy. It is what it is. I'm clean. You ever want to know if somebody clean and they ask you, that's how you gonna know. Took me a whole shower. Y'all didn't see that over here, but my cousins over here on Instagram seen the ash. But just know I smell real good and I'm real fresh. We play too much and it's our fault. And as much as it pains me, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't understand how much it pains me. This ain't even being rude. Some of my Caucasian sisters, y'all know I love y'all. I would go equally as hard. I really have a passion for my people. Not to say that you are not my people. Okay, understand me clear. And I hate when I even have to express that or explain that. Okay, because Hispanics stick up for Hispanics. Caucasians, they love their people. They look out for their people. Okay, Orientals look out for their people. I love my people. I have a special kind of love for them, even though I love everybody. We all family. But when I see a history, a pattern happening, it just it just does something to me. It really does. And God gave me the passion because I used to didn't care. Like, oh well, they ghetto. He gave me the passion. So with that being said, um, some of y'all said, look, I just want to get a trade line plug. I've showed you guys how you can make massive amount of money in days. You can do $17,000. I showed you that too. $20,000 in a day. Literally. $5,000 in a day. That will help. No, that ain't 5 million. No, that ain't 1 million. But that will help you to help your family. And then you start getting everybody else on. Put mama on. Mama, you sell trade lines to them old people in the church. Sister, you sell trade lines to them people on your job. This will help you real fast. Okay. I don't do anything get rich. I don't believe in that because you have to have. It takes time to build a house, brick by brick. But there are side hustles, and that's why they call side hustles. That's generating 6 figures, 5 figure months. I've showed you all the receipts. I don't have time. That's why I said maybe later on I'll come back by here because for some, seeing is believing. And I don't mind showing you. I really don't. But if you guys want to get access at the trade lines where you can literally sell them on demand. Soon as you get them, we know that digital products and everything digital is taking over. Digital is dominating. Millions are losing their jobs to AI in this digital stuff. So everybody need credit, everybody need funding, everybody need money. Small business owners, regular schmegular people, everybody need money. Okay, even people that need venture capital, people that want to buy homes, everybody need money. It's the best business to have. If I'm gonna have any business, have a diaper business or a digital business. Okay, simple as that. No inventory, no sales, no none of that. I ain't gotta fix nothing for you. It's a simple email, it's a simple handoff, it's a simple CRM system. Put it in there, automated. It's simple. It's a one-time set it and forget it. And it actually allows you to have the opportunity to help people, especially in our community. A lot of us suffer from bad, negative, harmful credit. If you want to go buy your house, hey, let me add this trade line to your credit. Go get that house. Hey, if you want to go after funding, add these 2 trade lines or 3 trade lines. You can triple stack it. Hey, I have 3 trade lines. You buy 2, get 1 for free. Okay. For $2,000 today, all 3 trade lines. That's $2,000 on 1 trade line. I got 5 spots. That's $10,000. You got 5 spots. You can offer that. Okay. Especially now while people have money to afford what you have that they need. Because it's not like, oh, I can do without that. No, you need it. You need it for everything. Whether you need it now or you need it later, I'm the plug. Okay. I will allow only 8 people to get the trade line for $497 instead of $997. And that will be only for today only. Period. That will only be for today only. You want access to the trade line plug where you can generate 10,000. I don't care if you at work. You can tell people at work, man, look, I got the plug if you know anybody. And you need to boost your credit score 50 to 100 points for the next 60 days so you can go get funding, go get you a car, whatever it is. Okay. I'm not trying to go buy no overpriced vehicles, but some people are. Some people just need that boost in their score so that they can go get 250,000 in funding. But if you become a capital consultant, if you offer like money, online money broker, well, I'm just the middleman. I'm gonna connect you to the funding people, and you're gonna pay me 10% to do so. Now I know the people that's gonna fund you. Because Dr. T put me up on game. She gave me the direct connect to the investors and all of that. Okay. Yes, I got approved yesterday for a new place to rent. Y'all clap it up for Sister B Brown in the chat. Y'all clap it up. Y'all clap it up for Sister B Brown. Praise God. And then they use your credit. They use your credit. Okay. So if you want to get in on the 5-day, become your own bank by being a money online broker, then you can get the trade line plug and the money broker. You're gonna get access to the bank representatives that do the funding. You can't call into a branch and say, hey, let me speak to a bank manager. No, you got to deal with a finance manager. He's going to tell you this is exactly, get the people in here. And if they have a credit score of 700 and they have less than 2 inquiries, then I can get them for sure approved $150,000. That is $15,000 for you just for a referral. It's called an online money broker. Okay. You can get the credit plug and the money broker, online money broker, how to become your own bank challenge for $997. But I will only allow 8 of y'all to get the trade line for $497, and that will only be for today only. If I'm gonna help you get your credit, I can go to tax professionals. They got people right now that needed their credit right so that they can get so that they can get the approval or the advance. They got people that's in the real estate that people want to get approved for how. I mean, there's so many clients to get credit and funding to go hand in hand together. Okay, it's a no-brainer. If you look at any credit business, and that's not you doing nobody credit. I don't do nobody's credit. Okay, I offered it. I don't do nobody's credit to a couple of people, and that was the end of that. You ain't heard me mention it no more because I don't do it. Usually, I want your receipts if I do it. I mentioned that yesterday. Whenever I offer a sale, whenever I offer a discount, a deal, it's to get a handful of people to give receipts so that other people can know when I charge you, okay, accordingly. When I charge you 5,000, 10,000 for my services, you will see receipts. So it just makes sense. Let me go ahead and be able to help people get the credit if they don't got the credit. How many people do you know that don't got the credit that need the money? You my client. Let me boost your credit score up in days and then turn around and get you funding. Boom. That's a win-win. Okay? You got your credit together. You got funding. The funding company got another client. You know what I'm saying? And I got paid for connecting you too. And I'm not talking about no minimum wage. I'm talking about $10,000. If I get you approved for 150K, and I know my girl Anna can get you approved for 250K, that's $25,000. I'm gonna get you approved, and Anna is too, because she get paid. It's about who you know and what access they can give you. I'm trying to give my people what I got, but you got to be willing to meet me. I have a lot of plays, okay? A lot of plays that'll get you paid. You cannot be afraid, cannot be in fear, cannot be skeptical, cannot be cheap, cannot be afraid to invest in yourself. I'm trying to show you how to make money over and over and over again because you're going to need it. You are going to need it, and we all going to need it, okay? War always increases prices. The trade war increases prices. The physical war increases prices. The political war they got going on with themselves increases prices. Okay? Straight up. Caught alive. Sending love to the chat, Dr. T. Thank you. I don't know if you saw my email, but I'm in a 700 club with Experian and Equifax, all from the credit box. I learned so much. Period. Y'all go ahead and clap it up for Brother Torrin. Period. Brother Torrin and Sister B Brown both have either the credit sweep or the business in the box. Okay? You got two live people that I did not pay at all. I will invite them up to the stage. They can tell you in the chat. I didn't pay them. I don't pay for receipts. Not me. Because your success is my reward. Okay? I'm not even offering y'all. I don't even know why that happened. The devil is a liar. Hold on, y'all. How the camera gonna kick off? Stupid. Okay, I don't know what happened. That was weird. I need to get out of here. Congratulations to both of you two. Okay, congratulations to both of you two, and thank God for sending y'all over here to encourage somebody else. Straight up. Okay. If you guys want to get it on a trade line plug, like I said, it will make you it will make you some fast cash and some rapid revenue, and that's what we need to do so we can make some other bigger moves, some other bigger plays. I'm going to allow you to get it for $4.97. Okay, I cannot sell it for lesser than that. I will not sell it for lesser than that, especially knowing what type of money it's going to make you. This is live. Okay, that's live. Some people will have to work months to get that. This is a live chart. Okay, this is live from just running trade lines. Okay, that's not just you see me swipe it here. Go over to February. Okay, that's February. That's February. It's real out here, not fake. You go over to January. I'm trying to put you on. I'm trying to put you on. Okay. My receipt video is coming soon. The second time I did the process went faster. I was more confident and it went faster than expected. Now when I add the trade lines plus be my own money broker, you're going to skyrocket. It's going to be on and popping at the right time because you believe in yourself, invested in yourself. I'm really proud of you. I love to share my success with people who are ready, okay? I'm not going to bother y'all no more. Anybody, like I said, only 8 people can take advantage of the trade lines. It's $4.97. I'm gonna leave that up for today. It goes back to $9.97 thereafter. And then if you want to get in on the trade and the trade lines and the online money broker, because that right there is gonna definitely change your life. You get one client, get them get $25,000 for getting them approved for 250,000, and you ain't gotta have no experience and no technology skills and all of that stuff. Listen, that's the way to go because that is what we need, okay? That is what we need. If you're going to do it, you can do it now. Sister Evelyn says she's signing up for the plug, so that means 7 spots, okay? That means 7 spots if she signs up for it. It's anywhere between 8 and 7. I love y'all. I got to go. If I get time to come back down here and break down everything that I do have as a final call, I love y'all. I say it all the time, but God has told me today that I cannot pray for y'all no more. I can't pray to him and ask him to give more time for y'all. If y'all did not get in, I don't know. Okay? I will not be bothering you with it anymore. That's what I do know. I will not be bothering you with getting in on this. My mentorships, me accepting clients, getting ready to accept clients in my $25,000 masterminds and different things of that sort. There will be funding, financing that you can get approved for, but those will be the prices. Me trying to come out here and put y'all up on game and try to say, hey, this is how you make a big bag. Then you can get into some other stuff with buying land and all of this other stuff because it's important. I have a whole team of land bankers I want to connect y'all to and different things, but you have to be in my mentorships for that type of situation, okay? So I will share everything that I have with y'all if I get some more time. But if not, I highly recommend you take advantage of the trade line plug. This is your last call on that. Or you gonna have to buy it in that bundle. And then when I'm done with that, I'm done. Okay. It's just gonna be a group of us get into the bag every day, every week, every month, every year. Because that's a business that never goes out of season. It don't go down. It don't fluctuate. Everybody need credit every day. And everybody need money every day. It's the best business to have. Okay. And that is where I'm going moving forward. With that being said, I'll see y'all next time. I forgot to say over here on Instagram, family. I just be trying to talk so fast to get up out of here. But if you're interested, inbox me. Y'all can't see the information that they have on the screen. If I did turn it around, it'd be backwards for y'all. So inbox me. I will send you over the information, get you set up, get you started, whatever the case may be. Okay. That being said, peace out. All right, YouTube and Facebook cousins. I'll see y'all next time, okay? Thank you all. God bless the faithful, and we must be faithful. That's it. Period. Love y'all. And I'm proud of y'all. I really am. If I didn't tell y'all that, I'm proud of y'all, okay?